Unstoppable: The True Story of Shadrach Boaki by Neda Hakimi. Smart words. Civilian. Noun: a person who is not in the army or on the police force. The civilian thanked the soldier for his hard work. Confident. Adjective: having a strong belief in your own abilities. My friend is a confident soccer player. Potential. Noun: what a person is capable of achieving. This girl has the potential to become a great gymnast. Rebel. Noun: a person fighting against his or her government or leaders. This rebel fought against injustice. Region. Noun: an area of a country. This region of the United States has many farms. A big moment. It is the spring of 2008. Shadrach Boaki is 19. He is in Brentwood, New York. He is there for a contest. The NAACP is running the contest. African American students compete. They compete in science. They compete in drama and other subjects. Judges will read a play that Shadrach wrote. It is called The Truth. They will read plays by other students too. Shadrach is competing against the best. Can he win? What do you think? Can he win? At last, the judges announce the gold medal winners. They announce that the winner for playwriting, and the winner is... Shadrach hears his name. He won the gold medal. Can you imagine? ¿Cómo sentirían ustedes si ganan una medalla de oro? Shadrach did not always feel like a winner. As a young teen, he felt hopeless. Sin esperanza. He faced big challenges. He almost died in a war. This is his story. A troubled time. Shadrach was born in 1989. He was born in Liberia. Do you see Liberia on the map? Liberia. When Shadrach was a baby, Liberia is a country in Northwest Africa. Northwest Africa. When Shadrach was a baby, a civil war began. Una guerra civil. A civil war. Una guerra civil. Rebels fought against the Liberian army. The rebels wanted to take over Liberia. Rebels came to Shadrach's region. They wanted to defeat the army, but they hurt civilians too. Rebels killed many civilians. The region was an unsafe place. Shadrach's mom was Love Ofosu. She wanted to leave Liberia. She fled the region. Se fui. She took the baby, Shadrach. Shadrach's dad stayed behind. Shadrach's mom walked north. She carried Shadrach. She walked for days. Rebels stopped them many times. The rebels looked for soldiers. If you were a soldier, they killed you, Shadrach says. His mom carried him past dead bodies. She cried, but she kept going. She could not be stopped. And here it says Shadrach and his mom escaped war in Liberia. They made their way to Ghana. Can you find Ghana on the map? Ivory Coast, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana. Finding family. Rebels killed many civilians. One night, Shadrach and his mom slept in a school. Rebels were nearby. Shadrach started to cry. His mom was scared. Would rebels hear? Would the rebels kill them? She covered Shadrach with some clothes. He stopped crying. They lived another day. Can you imagine how scary? Qué miedo que tendré yo. At last, Shadrach and his mom reached a river. On the other side was Guinea. This country is north of Liberia. North. They had reached the border. Shadrach and his mom crossed the river. They reached safety. ¿Ustedes han cruzado un río para llegar a los Estados Unidos? They did not stay in Guinea. They wanted to go to Ghana. They went to Ghana. Shadrach's grandmother lived there. Hay familia que tienen ahí. Shadrach's grandmother lived there. She was shocked to see Shadrach and his mom. Shocked. She thought they were dead. Pensé que eran muertos. She thought rebels had killed them. Shadrach and his mom stayed in the village. They were safe there. Shadrach could play. He could go to school. And here it says Shadrach poses for a school picture. He is in the top row. There's Shadrach as a young boy. This is Shadrach's grandmother. She told many stories. Village stories. Shadrach still remembers the village. He remembers the village storytellers. He loved their stories. Shadrach played a game with his grandmother. Buses passed through the village. Shadrach wondered about the writers. His grandmother made up stories about them. Shadrach made up his own stories. I began using my imagination, he says, que ha empezado a usar su imaginación, a crear historias de la gente en los autobuses. No? New challenges. In 1998, Shadrach left Ghana. He moved to the United States. Como ustedes. He came to live with his father. His dad had escaped Liberia too. Qué bueno que está al salvo, su papá. Shadrach lived with him on Long Island. Long Island is in New York State. Shadrach's new life was hard. He was 8 years old. He could not read. In Ghana, he spoke a language called Twi. He spoke little English. ¿Ustedes tienen conexión con Shadrach? Que él no habla inglés cuando llegó en los Estados Unidos. Hablaba una lengua que se llama Twi, que hablan en Ghana. Y no sabía leer. He gazed in puzzlement at the words on book pages. Kids at school in the U.S. were mean. They teased him. ¿Ustedes han encontrado gente aquí que no son muy amables? Parece que Shadrach, que los alumnos en la escuela en los Estados Unidos no eran tan amables con el Shadrach. Shadrach worked hard, yet he could not catch up. Twice he was held back. Success. Shadrach was not confident. He felt that no one believed in him. He did not believe in himself. At age 14, he began 8th grade. He was in a Read 180 class. This program, like System 44, helped students become better readers. Mira que él tomaba clases parecidas a ustedes cuando eran en el grado octavo. His teacher was named Miss Murphy. She treated him with kindness. She saw his potential. She saw something in me that no one else saw, Shadrach says. His reading improved. He learned to write, too. Miss Murphy said he was a fine writer. Que escribía bien. Shadrach even won a prize. It was for his progress in school. Part of the prize was a letter. It was from the boxer Muhammad Ali. ¿Ustedes conocen a Muhammad Ali? Es un boxeador muy famoso. He once struggled in school too. Dice que el boxeador Muhammad Ali, que él tenía dificultades en la escuela también. Shadrach became more confident. He was learning. He could not be stopped. In this picture, Shadrach gets a prize. It is for his progress in school. Miss Murphy looks on. Mira cómo está en su smoking. And here, aquí hay una pregunta. Explicar. What does Shadrach mean when he says, that Miss Murphy saw something in me that no one else saw. Right? Dice, ¿qué significa cuando el Shadrach dice que su profesora, Miss Murphy, veía algo en él que nadie además lo veía? ¿Qué significa esto? Finding his voice. Shadrach liked theater. It reminded him of the storytellers in Ghana. He began acting in plays. He wrote stories for the theater. He wrote a play. He called it The Truth. It was about students at his high school. It was about tough issues that teens face. 1,000 people came to see the play. 1,000 personas vinieron a ver su obra. That's when I realized my full potential, Shadrach says. So many things opened up in me. Today, Shadrach has his own theater company. It is called The Truth. Shadrach writes and acts. He remembers the buses in Ghana. He remembers his grandmother's stories. He is inspired by his memories. He wrote a play about ordinary people. It is about their secret lives. Shadrach also visits schools. He talks to students. He encourages them. He tells them to keep learning. He tells them not to give up. He talks about racism. He talks about immigration. He won the Black History Month Distinguished Service Award for his work. Ha ganado un premio por su trabajo en el mes de la historia de los negros, que hay un mes cada año para acordar de la historia de la gente negra en este país. Shadrach says Miss Murphy helped him find success. She encouraged me to find my voice. Dice que su maestra Miss Murphy ha dado a él que se podía encontrar a su voz de él mismo. Ha ayudado a él encontrar su voz. He says, Shadrach is unstoppable. Que no se puede parar este hombre. Aquí Shadrach talks to students. He inspires them. Da inspiración para que trabajen más fuerte en la escuela. Okay? Y aquí dice explicar. ¿Cómo es Shadrach inspirado por sus memorias? Okay? Aquí al final vamos a hablar de estas preguntas más luego. Okay? Muy bien.